Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and we share our opinions, which cannot be held against us, but you should definitely use them and spit them out as facts wherever you work at. And if you're in our chat, you can join in to the show by giving us comments. We'll read over the air and actually answer any questions you have, except how rich I am. I'm not gonna ever answer that question. I'm your host, Chuck, and with me we have Randy.
What's up, Geek Beast? Chuck, what are we talking about tonight, bro?
Not how rich I am. That's what we're not talking about tonight.
Oh Lord, are we gonna do this? This is an offline conversation.
We're not gonna do it. $70 million changed my life, Randy.
$70 million would change all our lives, man.
Speaking of being rich, HBO Max thinks we're kind of rich because HBO Max makes its first price hike of monthly rate by $1. They already came in at $14.99. They came in at the high end premium price already.
And it's like you're part of Warner. And, okay, one of the things when I heard this, I thought y'all are literally taking away shows off the network or off the streaming service. So you're charging me more for less content.
Yep. For the audience to know, HBO Max is the next streaming service to get its price increase, the first one since 2020. Starting Thursday, this cost of new subscribers will increase from $14.99 to $15.99, and for existing subscribers, February 11th. This price increase of $1 will allow us to continue to invest in providing the more culturally relevant programming and improving our customer experiences for all users. You're not doing it. You're taking off all the shows and firing all the people of color.
Right. You're not gonna tell me, y'all taking off all the shows and firing people, and y'all gonna tell me y'all still need to increase the price? I call bullshit.
Man, they took off Westworld. Hundreds of classic cartoons.
They took off the Batman series,
Justice League.
They took off
Sesame Street episodes.
Y'all ain't telling me Sesame Street is causing a lot. Like, it's costing you a lot to retain on the service, right? Like, Sesame Street is blowing the HBO Max
If
budget.
that's the case, go on and sell it to Disney.
Right. Yeah,
let Disney have that one too.
Y'all not telling me that.
Speaking of some DC properties, off the, Christina Ricci stars as Harley Quinn in the new HQ and Joker Spotify series. Wednesday's Christina Ricci? No, that's the Addams Family's Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
Let's get this right.
Yeah, man.
Respect on her name.
The 20-year-old AI wrote that.
20-year-old AI wrote that.
Because the AI is writing everything now.
Let's put some respect on Christina Ricci's name.
The 20-year-old wrote with the the 20-year-old put the information into the AI.
Like, she's famous for being on Wednesday. No, she's famous for being Wednesday.
Christina Ricci's a legend. Let's give her some respect, man.
Yes, she's been in 2 Addams Family films.
Right.
Sleepy Hollow, Black Snake Moan.
Right.
I'd rather call it Black Snake Moan's Christina Ricci.
The name
Yellow Jackets. There's a many things she's been in.
I just said the name Black Snake Moan still cracks me out. When it first came out, and it was like Samuel L. Jackson and Christina Ricci, and they called it Black Snake Moan.
Wild.
Oh, what?
Samuel Jackson had to take that movie. He had to take that movie.
Man, I just couldn't
say no to that movie. Anyway, Christina Ricci lends her voice to DC's most famous jester. Or we can call Harley Quinn a jester? Can we just call her a badass killer?
Yeah, man.
Man, who wrote this article? The 20-year-old AI wrote this article.
Hold on. The Fog said, I got Black Snake Moan on
HD DVD. The fuck came with the truth. It's still a great movie. It's It's about, Samuel Jackson getting those demons out of Christina Ricci. When I saw her in that film, I wanted to get demons out of Christina Ricci.
Because whatchamacallit's in that, my God, what's his name?
Timberlake?
Not Justin Timberlake, but the rapper from Mississippi, David Banner. David
David
Banner's
Banner. Yeah, David Banner is in
in
it.
Black Snake Moan.
Well, anyway, so she's gonna be the voice of Harley Quinn for the Spotify podcast series. They already have one on HBO Max. They probably gonna rip it off HBO Max and
So
give it away.
is it a separate story
Mhm.
for Harley Quinn? Okay. All right.
So they
Okay.
had the Batman series on HBO Max right now. So
Mhm.
they probably, how HBO Max is behaving, they're probably not going to do a re-up of that with the Harley Quinn series. So Spotify's like, we'll take it. We're Spotify, and we need content.
And it's audio, right? Is it
It's
audio?
audio.
Because voice. Oh,
It's an
okay.
audio podcast. Yeah, it's a narrative podcast.
I've never. Have you listened to
The
narrative
Batman one?
podcast?
Yeah, I listened to the
But
Batman
you listen to the Batman one? Okay.
one. I downloaded it on HBO Max and I listened to it on the plane.
Was it good?
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I've never, but
You
I'm
never
a
did
Harley Quinn fan.
Homecoming or any of those?
I've never done any of those, and I like
Oh,
Harley
Homecoming's
Quinn.
amazing.
I like Harley Quinn, so I just wonder, because Kelly Kuko, that's my girl. I always see her as the
As
best
Harley Quinn.
and so I'm
So
just wondering what Christina Ricci would add to it.
she
Not
ain't
saying,
Kaylee Kuko, I know
yeah,
that.
well, not saying that she
I
can't, but
yeah,
smart,
real quick. I'm just I've listened to so this is written and directed by Eli Horowitz of Homecoming.
Homecoming, Eli Horowitz.
Yeah, so Homecoming's really good.
Really good.
So if you guys know, Homecoming was a podcast first, and then it actually became an Amazon TV series because
it stars Janelle Monáe too.
Yeah. Well, it started what's her name first? In first season, it was Janelle Monáe's in second season.
Second season. The first
season is
what's her name? From Friends, right?
No, from
No.
yeah. I'll look it up real quick, but yeah, it's excellent. It's by the Sam Ishmael, by the guy that did Mr. Robot too. So fiction
Julia
podcasts,
Roberts.
yeah, Julia Roberts. There you go. Fiction podcasts are really really good.
Yeah.
So if you ever get a chance to, I know there's a Wolverine one.
Is there?
That's supposedly really really good.
I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, my
there's
goodness.
a so yeah, it's
should
I'm
probably
kind of
do something
excited about these.
Yeah, I think it could
Yeah.
be good, man. I want
Yeah.
to see what Christina Ricci.
I want to
brings
Christina
to it.
Ricci brings to that voice because
Yeah.
Kaylee Kuko, that character is like Harley Quinn to me now.
To me, it is. To me, it is.
Like Margaret Robbie is classic Harley Quinn live action compared to the animated series, which is an interesting Harley Quinn
Well,
similar to that.
I
And Kaylee
thought,
Kuko just brought something different.
yeah, and that right. So I thought that Margot Robbie just tried to adapt what was done originally into a
Mhm.
live action version, whereas Kelly Kuko, she kind of reinvented the wheel. She didn't give it that like deep New Jersey style accent. She just brought a different type of energy to it, and I have to say, I thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoy it. So we'll see. Because I saw Eli Horowitz is the writer and he wrote Homecoming. Homecoming's amazing.
Okay.
Homecoming podcast is amazing. The team behind that is amazing as well. So I'm excited about it. All
Yep.
episodes premiere on January 31st. So
Okay.
Spotify's like, come get some. We got it all right here. We got it all. We ain't gonna come week to week. We just got it all.
Okay. I am gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. I want to hear it.
There's an audio trailer on Spotify right now, so you can get a taste of what Ricci and Magnuson's voice sounds like. So Billy the Magnuson from No Time to Die and Made for Love is as the Joker. So this is gonna be really interesting. And Justin Hartley, This Is Us and Smallville as Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
It's gonna be interesting.
I'm
And
going to give it a shot.
Spotify's description reads, we've heard Harley Quinn's origin story, the one where she was manipulated into being the Joker's doting mad lover. But what if there is more to it than that?
But I mean, that is the origin story. They can retcon it if they want to, but that's the origin story.
Well, they can add more to it. Like there's more to that relationship, like going deeper in her side. Because when we watched that story, we were kind of watching it from Joker's perspective more so than her perspective.
Yeah, it is. And
Like
you
the
got to
Harley Quinn
remember
TV
too, it
show
wasn't.
deals with-
It didn't come from a comic book either, right? It came from Batman the animated series.
Mhm.
That character was not designed to last this long, right? It was
Mhm.
supposed to be, she was just supposed to be a foil, a kind of a female version
But
of the Joker for a couple of episodes.
let me tell you, cosplay, Harley Quinn's cosplays won it for years.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember
But
going to Comic-Con one year. It was like you couldn't throw a rock and not hit Harley Quinn.
and that costume has evolved too a
Mhm.
lot over the years, because even the
Mhm.
Margot Robbie version is not the way Harley Quinn was when the animated version came out.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
evolved a lot.
Yeah. Well, now she kind of doesn't have a costume. She's just Harley Quinn, which I do love. Next up, D&D Beyond's account management page crashes as users cancel en masse. So Wizards of the Coast update the Dungeons and Dragons open game license has attracted the ire of tabletop role-playing game community, one which is manifested in the mass exodus from its online resource D&D. Gizmodo reports that the result of these cancellations and their impact on the bottom line of Wizards of the Coast is not negligible. This continues to hit D&D Beyond's PR as recent tweet attempt to broach the OGL topic went over poorly on social media.
So what happened? What's driving this mass cancellation?
It was scheduled to go live on Thursday afternoon, but both that the update and the D&D Beyond live streams were abruptly canceled in the wake of their recent developments. Let me see. What is the OGL? I don't know. Rodney, you have or the funk? Y'all know what the
Yeah,
OGL
Defunk,
is?
you got anything to help us out? Yeah, what?
Okay, so the open gaming license. So they changed the license.
Open gaming license. I believe they changed it to a certain point where
It's closed now.
Yeah. So where people were building their D&D games or building other game systems based on D&D's rule set, they were doing it for free, I believe. They're open. It was open. Now they're closed it to some extent. So now people are really pissed off about that because a lot of their games are based on that, and now they're charging for it. And so a lot of other people are talking, including Travis. He said it on his Facebook, saying there's other game systems out there that you could base your game on. So so
he made mention in the chat I'm in that he said when the Wizards of the Coast D&D have the best gaming rules, they don't have the best gaming rules. They have a good base.
I actually saw that. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, man.
Yeah. So
what it is.
They better open that gaming license back up. We're
Yeah.
about to go into a recession. And if all these players quit, it may not affect your bottom line today, but it will affect it tomorrow, especially if that just starts spreading like a virus across your other platforms and your other mediums to play this game.
Why wouldn't I would imagine that it would impact the bottom line immediately. If you have
negligible.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. But I think losing money is not negligible with people canceling their memberships. I guess because the membership was free and you're doing it was open, so it was free. So if they leave, you're not really losing nothing if you're not making any money. So yeah.
Okay. I get that.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they decided to start charging people because
they were making any money.
They weren't making the money and then to support the platform, and they were building.
But that seems like you would roll that out to test it first to see how it holds up. And I bet you that doesn't hold up well in testing.
And I would have
bet money on that.
There had to be some way that they could have come up with a better revenue model than all of a sudden say, okay, we're going to start charging. Because imagine like if
you to change the rules.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Imagine like if social media did like, all right, we're going to charge all you all now. You know, it's like for the same stuff. It's kind of hard to charge somebody something for the same stuff I've been getting for free.
It's funny you speak of that, right? I heard a vicious rumor that Twitter talked about charging people. I said that company would instantly shut down.
Yeah, it would shut down.
Instantly.
Yeah. You can't charge people. You can't hope to be successful by charging people for stuff that they've been getting free. You can extend the service, right? You can say, oh, if you want to get this now, you have to pay.
But you have to pay for the blue check. You can pay for a blue check if you want one.
Right, but you've always had to play for the blue check, right? He just raised the price on it, didn't he? I thought
No, they used to give it to you for free. Celebrities and stuff get it for free. It's saying that this is the authentic user that of this name.
I thought the price was raised on it, but anyway,
Nah, they just started charging for it.
it's still hard to do that, and so a lot of people like, why am I going to pay for this?
Yep. They what they did is they said we'll charge for the blue check and anybody can have it now.
Well, you know,
Who's gonna do that?
yeah.
Why would I do that?
Why would I do that? Why would I
would I
do
do
that?
that?
Same applies to this Dungeons and Dragons. Like, why would I do that? You
Why
haven't
would I
getting
do that?
it for free. Why am I going to pay for it now? I'll just go to another service.
Something else we might not want to do is work for Twitter. Like, why would I do that? Because Twitter employees were escorted out of the Singapore office.
Oh,
So the 22,000 square foot office at Capitol Green Building in Singapore, which has served as its Asia Pacific headquarters since 2015, on Wednesday before 5 p.m. The platformer newsletter reports that Twitter workers were walked out of the building, landlords, because the company has not paid rent.
I was about to say, so they're paying the rent now?
Has been also been employed in leased
I can't.
offices in San Francisco and Seattle. Insiders reported that must pay the overdue rent Wednesday Pacific time, and that employees were told to return to the office.
Oh man, when you were reading the story, I was like, they walked them out. I was like, oh, so he's actually paying rent on it, and then you said because they weren't paying rent. So now I guess after literally employees have been evicted, he's decided to pay his rent. Man, you can't make this shit up. You cannot make up a billionaire not paying his rent.
I know it. The Singapore office employees already cut deeply by Musk's previous layoffs. So he laid off a lot of people in that office anyway. They went there, and the landlord was like, nah, y'all go right back out.
That go right back out.
Mm-hmm.
Go have people getting their lights cut off and
That's
utilities cut off. Water, they're gonna go to turn the water on to wash their hands, and the water's not gonna come. Man, this shit is ridiculous. The shit show that has been Twitter ever since he purchased Twitter has just been.
He has to figure it out. He has to figure it out.
But man,
people think he wants to put it towards PayPal, where people can run transactions on it, like Venmo and stuff. So that's what he's trying to do: turn that company into that, like uplift all the users and just flip them into they can exchange money on Twitter as well.
We'll see.
I'm going to jump to another story. BBC drops Doctor Who teaser trailer with David Tennant, Catherine Tate, and Nkuti Gatwa ahead of 2023 premiere. So are you familiar with Doctor Who?
I am a casual watcher of Doctor Who. I do enjoy it, but I'm a casual watcher of it.
So David Tennant is like the Doctor. People love David Tennant as Doctor. He crushed as the Doctor Who. Catherine Tate did a really good job as the first woman Doctor. I think she was the first woman Doctor. And Nkuti Gatwa is the first Black Doctor. Okay. And so they have the season premiere is going to have all three of them in it. So that's interesting. Some Doctor Who episodes, they bring back doctors from different eras. They're all the same person. They're just different doctors. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting that Nkuti is the 15th Doctor, but before he makes his appearance, David Tennant's 10th Doctor, now on the 14th Doctor after Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor made her exit. So they are two. So yeah.
I knew Doctor Who was going to be Black or there was going to be a Black Doctor Who for this season. And I'm here for it.
Donna Noble is seemingly in danger as the 14th Doctor says if she ever remembers him, she will die. Oh. So it's going to be interesting. Doctor Who is such a great show because something dark happens in every episode. Every episode, something dark. The Doctor fucks up somehow and fixes things at the very end. But it's an interesting show. It's interesting. I love that show. Showrunner Russell T. Davies teased upcoming season in a statement earlier this year saying, if you thought the appearance of David Tennant was a shock, we've got plenty of surprises for you. He's the 10th Doctor. So there's doctors in between that he can bring, and there's doctors before him they can bring too.
Okay. Yeah. Doctor Who is dope. I mean, it's a dope series. And whenever I watch it, I enjoy it.
So Henry Cavill being an ass, he got kicked out of Netflix, has decided He's gonna play in Warhammer 40,000
Amazon, right?
on Amazon.
Mhm.
So hope he lands and he does well. His behavior is better because everybody said he was tough to work with.
Those were rumors. There were places to say that those rumors were
Hey,
founded.
he was crushing The Witcher. You know how hard you had to be to someone say, let's get The Witcher to somebody else.
I thought his reason for leaving The Witcher was because he was returning to Superman.
We
And so
all thought that. We all thought that.
Mhm.
And then there's an article that popped up, which might probably written by AI, said, well, he had a shaky thing with The Witcher anyway. He had a shaky thing with Superman, and they kind of don't want to deal with him because he's an asshole.
I don't know if I believe that.
I don't know. AI might have wrote that article.
No, about the AI. Like I said, like we talked about yesterday, it's all over. The AI is writing everything. But Henry Cavill is not the first asshole actor or actress in Hollywood.
But there's degrees of people that want to work with them, though. There are some actors in Hollywood that are grade A that people don't work with. Like people love working with Tom Cruise. People love working with Samuel Jackson.
Okay.
Then some people like, I would never work with that person again.
Yeah, but like for a studio to fire that person, like Henry Cavill,
it's saying a lot.
That's saying a lot, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know.
What he gave Henry Cavill gave the general PR response. I have loved Warhammer since I was a boy, making this moment truly special for me. The opportunity to shepherd this cinematic universe from the inception is quite an honor and responsibility. Yeah, you and everybody else is giving a statement like that when something brand new hits the scene.
Of course not. Of course, right? Of course,
Yeah.
absolutely. So
the best PR statement ever.
Yeah. And remember when he got that, it was on the heels of him just getting fired from being Superman. So it was like, oh, he's done. He has some sympathy he had probably garnered, and it's like, oh, Henry Cavill's a free agent. Let's snap him up real quick.
For Warhammer. I mean, he's Henry Cavill.
Yeah, so. And I'm not familiar with Warhammer, so I can't weigh in on the property.
It's a game. It's a game.
Okay.
It's a strategy game. A lot of people play, and it's become a video game. It's huge. People paint models. You literally paint models of your characters.
Okay.
And people make thousands of them.
Henry Cavill's a good actor and action star. I've enjoyed Henry Cavill in most of the things that I've seen in him. So I think he'll kill us like he kills just about everything that I've seen.
Yeah. We'll see.
You know,
the Snyderverse is done. Aren't you proud of that? It's over with. Snyderverse is over.
It should have been. It should have been over.
And Ben Affleck may return to the director's chair. So Gunn tweeted Wednesday that he met with Batman actor Ben Affleck this week to discuss possibly Affleck directing in future Warner Brother DC movies. He wants to direct and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project. How about something that nobody's ever wanted to see? That's the right project.
That's the right project. Ben Affleck is a good director, man.
Martha.
He's a bad. He didn't write that though, and
he directed it though.
He didn't direct that. Zack Snyder directed that, right?
Was it Zack Snyder that directed it?
Yeah, Zack Snyder directed that. That's the Zack Snyder universe.
It was. It was Zack Snyder universe, but I thought that Ben Affleck was the director on it as well.
Ben Affleck wasn't the director in Batman. And so, because he's got an Oscar for being a director, and that The Towns, right? Didn't he win an Oscar for The Towns?
The Departed, right?
Nah, The Towns, the one where he played bank, he played like a bank robber or something like that. So yeah, Ben Affleck's a good director. It remains to be seen if he can direct superhero movies. He is a fan of superheroes. I don't know if he can just direct them.
I mean, Ron Howard became a director. Anybody can become a director.
Ron Howard had a list of hits though for like 2 decades.
He's a great director.
Yeah, Ron Howard. So yeah,
he won Argo too. He did win did he direct Argo?
Who? Yeah, Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he did direct Argo. He did. He did win. Yeah, he did win. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Argo. Yeah, that's right. Argo. That's what he won the Oscar for. The Town should have got nominated the previous year, and he won it for Argo. Yeah. So
that makes sense.
Ben Affleck's a good director. So
okay.
I don't see why
you convinced me.
He wasn't a bad Batman. I thought the Batman movie was just bad, right?
It was bad. It was a bad.
And that was, that was the Justice.
Yeah, that was good Batman.
Yeah,
but he's not the best Batman. We got the best Batman right now.
well, we got a good Batman.
Robert
And so,
Pattinson.
the whole Martha thing was like, oh my God, dude. That's why when you said the Snyderverse is done, I was like, yeah, it should have been done.
Wow. You're just gonna attack Zack Snyder like that.
Yeah, there's a reason. Because he made bad movies.
We
He
got
makes
somebody
vision
from Twitch.
beautiful.
Hey guys from Europe, it's 6 a.m. here, and I'm still not sleeping, lurking Twitch, procrastinating. Thank you, Risky Tisky. We appreciate you coming on the stream.
Yeah, we do.
You have any comments? Let us know. What do you think about Ben Affleck becoming the film director for the new DC universe led by James Gunn? We'd love to know what you think about that.
Yeah. So
Speaking about other projects, James Gunn came out and said, "Hey, Black Adam is out of my universe, but it may appear in other projects. So The Rock may have other projects. He just ain't gonna be working with me."
that's the political thing to say. That's the political. He's done. And because apparently The Rock went above everybody's head. This is before James Gunn took over. He went above everybody's head and was like, I'm going straight to the president of Warner Brothers to get this done.
If I was the highest paid in Hollywood, I'd go straight to the president of Warner Brothers too.
Agreed. Right. Agreed. He saw
I make money.
Yeah, he saw right. He's like, yeah, it's a weakness here, and I need to exploit this. And so, he went for it. It's just Black Adam didn't perform the way it should have. I mean, it still made some like $300 million, but for a star like of The Rock's magnitude and a big project like that, it should have been bigger than what it was.
It should have made as much money as a Fast and the Furious film.
And I think that's what they thought.
But you know what? It ain't a Fast and the Furious film, which is the greatest film franchise of all time.
I should have saw the setup for that.
You saw the setup for that. How'd you miss that setup?
Yeah, I should have.
But Risky Twisky. It is Tisky. It is that The Rock Ben is going to direct films. He may direct films in the DC universe. Yeah. The Gunn DC universe, and they're talking about it.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
About it.
He just doesn't need to get in the show and go, Martha.
Right,
Martha.
That's what we don't need. But that was just a bad movie. That was just a bad movie.
They just need good writers. I hope James Gunn finds some of the greatest writers that love DC characters to write these characters.
And James
Gunn, Peacemaker.
And James Gunn is a good writer himself. So that's all it is. And Zack Snyder just was bad. He's never been really a good. He's visual. He makes visually stunning.
Risky Tisky says Black Adam was a terrible experience. Thank Mr. Gunn for cutting it early.
Well, I didn't think Black Adam was horrible.
It felt dated. That's what it
felt. It was some things about
have come so far, and it felt like an old script. And I think he made it off an old script.
And Black Adam isn't a super popular. He's character, right? So it's like, why do we even need a Black Adam movie?
It's the one thing The Rock could afford. When you think he wasn't the highest paid Hollywood actor when he bought it.
So
he's been shopping this for 10 years, a decade.
Right. So it's like The Rock tried to impose his will, and I think that had to do with why a lot of people it just didn't come out to what it should have been.
Agreed.
We didn't need a Black Adam movie, especially if he didn't even want to fight Shazam. He wanted to fight Superman. So why he want to fight Superman? Because it's his ego. And The Rock is like, I'm the goddamn Rock. I'm gonna fight Superman, the baddest dude in the universe, right?
He's supposed to fight Shazam. That movie really doesn't fit in the Shazam universe. Shazam's universe is fun.
Yeah, right. And it's just like, So it's like, it was his personal project, and he wanted to flex. Like, I'm the damn Rock.
I want to be in a superhero movie. Marvel hasn't allowed it. DC hasn't allowed it. I bought this DC property. We're gonna make it into a movie.
Well, Marvel doesn't need it.
Yes.
Marvel doesn't need it.
They don't need The Rock. They don't need it.
They don't need it. But DC, they kind of do. So I bought this property. And I'm gonna force my way in here because
I'm gonna pay
for it.
You're gonna pay for it? Oh, we'll pay for it. We'll publish it.
Yeah, so so it's good. James Gunn did the right thing, severed ties and severed them quickly.
I'm gonna bring this last story before we close out today for the news.
Okay.
Apple is expanding the Mythic Quest with a new spin-off series. Apple is building one of the success of its Apple TV Plus comedies about game development, Mythic Quest, with a spin-off series titled Mere Mortals. The 8th episode series will be more like excellent episodes in the main show that focus on time and place outside of the primary setting of the characters.
Okay.
Ashley Birch, who plays Rachel in Mythic Quest, is part of the team writing Mere Mortals alongside John Howe Harris and Katie Mahalinari, which is what's his name's wife, and Megan Gans, Rob Mahalinari, Ian, Dave Hornsberry, David, a Mythic Quest, and Charlie Day will be executive producers.
Do we need a Mythic Quest spinoff?
We don't, but I'm okay with that. It's gonna be Rachel outside, so it's gonna be Rachel and Dana. So hopefully we get some background of what Dana's building. So when season 4 starts up, we don't start with Dana being an upstart person trying to start her own company. We have Dana in the throes of her own company, and Brad wanting to take down Mythic Quest in the background of this story about Rachel, who's at Mythic Quest still.
Agreed. I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Do we need it? Of course not. That's like, do we need a spinoff for Ted Lasso? No, they should never do a spinoff for Ted Lasso.
Well, there's some interesting people that I wouldn't mind seeing a spinoff for Ted Lasso. Like, what's the girlfriend who started the PR firm? A spinoff of her is interesting.
Yeah. And with Nate.
Yeah, right. With her and Nate and her trying to build, and Nate trying to figure out his way in his post
as a commentator, soccer
as
commentator,
you know,
commentator. Don't
as a
call
football.
it soccer.
You're right.
Show
You're right.
some respect on it.
I will. You know, so that I'm interested in. I don't know if I'm interested in a spinoff of Rachel. I did thought Dana bossed up at the end of Mythic Quest. I'm just like, I don't know if I need a spinoff.
I don't mind having a spinoff that's not about Dana, but it's about her girlfriend dealing with Dana doing the spinoff. And apparently there's breaking news. The Funk dropped in the chat. Speaking of Doritos, new electric and hydrogen powered Hachi Rokas, which is AE86 Toyota. For those that don't know, Sprinter. It's called the Toyota Sprinter, Corolla Sprinter, and it's like the best car ever made on planet Earth. They made a hydrogen electric version. So I'll let y'all know the Funk's gonna have like 2 of them. He's gonna have the hydrogen version and the electric version, even though you can't drive the hydrogen version in Florida.
Why is it the best car ever made?
It was perfectly weighted, and it's just a legendary car for drifting and whatnot. It's a legendary car for street racing. The Hachi Roku.
Okay. All right.
Hachi Roku. Hachi means 8, Roku means 6. The 86, AE86.
Nice.
So that's a big one. That's big news. It's a very popular car. I bought one. I moved back to America for $400, and I sold that sucker for like $2,000.
Nice.
Yeah, it's iconic. It's an initial D, the anime manga, the manga anime initial D, and it's just a really popular car for drifting. Okay. It's known to hit the sides of Osaka mountains really hard. Like, people still talk about that car. That car is legendary.
Okay. All right. Nice. All right. Cool.
With that being said, anything you want to share with anybody before we get up out of here?
No, man. Tomorrow's happy hour. So if you join us tomorrow, get you some drinks and come chill out with us. We're gonna do an hour, right? We do an hour for happy hour.
Hour.
Yeah.
We drink. So, we get loose on the geek news for the whole entire week.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a few drinks and we're gonna talk ish about all this good geek stuff.
Yep. For those, thank you, Risky Titsky, for coming into the show. Tell your friends, come in tomorrow, join us for happy hour. I know it's early in the morning for you,
right?
You hop in the happy hour with us at 6 a.m. and you be happy all day.
Well, you can do some coffee. You bring some coffee. With
some whiskey in it. Do it right, Risky Titsky. Be risky. It's Friday. The first is what, the second Friday of the year. Let's do it. Yeah, stop by, tell your friends to wake up, get some liquor in the cup, and have a good time with us. Thank you, Defunk. Defunk's always in the chat, but he always curates our news for us. Thank you,
Yep.
Defunk. Shout out to Rodney, because Rodney holds it down for us for all the technical production and makes us look good on the screen. And shout out to Digital Click for making us look good for all the marketing assistance and overlays they give us. If you need anything for marketing or PR, hit up Digital Click.
All right.
And they can help you out. With that being said, we will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Yeesh.